Welcome, everyone, to the beautiful Palace of Auburn Hills as we revive the best of NBA history here on 2K Sports. Tonight's late 80s matchup featuring the bitterest of rivalries. The Chicago Bulls with their superb swingman tandem of Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They'll face off against the fearsome bad boy Pistons of Detroit here on their home court.
And this rivalry, Kevin, probably one of the most intense in NBA history. You had geography, both teams in the Central Division. So from 1987 to 1991, these teams played each other 47 times.
And then, of course, the stakes involved. The Pistons, after so many bitter defeats at the hands of the Celtics, had only just solidified themselves as the premier team in the East. And now they have these young Chicago Bulls trying to take it away.
A recipe for conflict in the physicality of these.
Fire of competition, I think both teams emerged stronger. The Pistons had an easier time in the finals after advancing past the Bulls in 89 and 90. And the tough lessons the Bulls learned against the Pistons prepared them for their championship run in the early.
Isaiah Thomas. And at the other end for the Bulls, Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant are the forwards. Big Bill Cartwright manning the middle. John Paxson at the one. And the shooting guard, Michael Jordan.
Well, Isaiah Thomas is...
Sledgehammer!
That should be illegal, Kevin.
Yeah, you know the fans love that, guys. Michael could give them what they love. The two times he won the slam dunk contest in 87 and 88, he absolutely brought the house down.
Isaiah Thomas, boy, guys, he was so elite. Made the All-Star team 12 times, all but his final season. He was a three-time NBA first-teamer. And not just individual success, of course, a two-time NBA champion and Finals MVP in 1990.
Well, talking about Isaiah Thomas, Clark, and there's no question he's the most important player in Detroit Pistons history. He's the all-time leader for the franchise in points, free throws, steals, and assists. A first ballot Hall of Famer and one of the NBA's 50 greatest players of all time. Now, you can't give him any space out there.
Thomas against Paxson. He's guarded by Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Grant.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize this is my basket, don't you?
That is a nice finishing touch.
Yeah, just finishing with a little emphasis, guys. Nothing wrong with that.
And be a good defender as well.
And, you know, talking about Joe Dumars, guys, when he was a kid, his dad actually built him a hoop out of an old bicycle wheel nailed to a door, and he spent hours and hours practicing his jumper. He ended up at McNeese State University in Louisiana, finished his collegiate career as the 11th leading scorer in NCAA history.
Now here's Jordan. Pippen with the bucket.
You know, a lot of people didn't really talk about Michael Jordan's passing. In fact, early in his career, he was considered a selfish player, but he learned to trust his teammates and went on to average better than 5 assists per game.
It's been a quick start here for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. And good on the basket. Book it.
They always seem to be in the right place at the right time for those defensive rebounds. In fact, between 1982 and 1990, no player totaled more boards in the NBA.
Outside Jordan. The pass to Paxson. He's guarded by Thomas. Now Pippen. Soft touch off the glass. Pippen's got 6.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Easy shot. Thomas, no good.
And those are the kinds of plays right there that got Scottie Pippen named to the all-defensive team in the NBA for 8 consecutive seasons.
Here's Paxson. From downtown, gets it to go.
Paxson, a dangerous long-range shooter, made some big shots for this Bulls team over the years.
Thomas passes to Aguirre. Back to Thomas. Goes straight up. Isaiah Thomas driving and finishing through the tall player.
certainly not the biggest guy in the world, but Thomas always had that ability to get inside and finish amongst the big fellas.
Well, Michael Jordan impacted the game in so many ways, including in the fashion category. Remember the baggy shorts that eventually became popular? He was really the first guy to wear them.
Yeah, you know what? And he said it wasn't so much about fashion for him, but rather function, because it gave him a chance to hold the hem when he rested. I had not heard that, but I guess it makes sense. It also helped hide the UNC shorts he always wear under his Bulls uniform. So I see where he had a couple of reasons for those long shorts.
Cartwright against Lambier, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
And the infamous Bill Lambier, who was a guy that was hard to play against for opposing players as a matter.
Sellers comes in for Bill Cartwright, and Vincent subbed in for John Paxson.
You know, those are the kind of plays Isaiah made time and time again to become the Pistons' all-time steals leader.
That steal led to that easy transition basket.
You know, Steve, they've got those guys reeling a little bit right now.
Buck, you mentioned Lambier running afoul of some players. He got punched by some of the great ones like Robert Parrish, and Bob Lanier took a shot at him. Larry Bird tried to punch him. Wow, what a list.
That's a Hall of Fame list of guys going after him.
Well, I think it's safe to say, Clark, we pretty much all hated Lambier in the NBA.
Takes it up, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Playing alongside Jordan, probably the greatest player ever, Scottie Pippen might not have gotten all the credit he deserved.
He's the distributor on offense, the rebounder, the defender. Jordan, obviously, the scorer and the finisher. But their styles really complemented each other. And together, they formed one of the great defensive tandems on the perimeter in NBA history.
Now, here's Thomas. 6 points for him.
And Jordan was no slouch as a rebounder. I mean, over 6 per game was his career average.
Passes it to Vincent. He's guarded by Thomas. Step back shot. Vincent's shot is good.
You know, they've really made the best of their chances down the middle of the lane here.
Yeah, they haven't met much resistance down in the paint, so I think you've got to continue to pound the ball down low. Well, only one player ahead of Michael Jordan in terms of career steals, and that's John Stockton.
Jordan with the bucket.
Well, they've got the big lead early. We'll see if they can continue this momentum.
Yeah, you know, guys, they've been strong on both ends of the floor so far, and I think they can keep it up.
Rodman gets whistled for a loose ball foul. That's his first foul. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Vincent. Backing down is Jordan. Post-up shot. And he lays it up and in. Jordan's got 7.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance.
But you're exactly right. I mean, Joe Dumars said they loved when the opposing team tried to retaliate, because then they weren't thinking about basketball anymore. That's when the Pistons knew that they had it.
Shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And here's the fast break. Rodman covering. The shot's good from Jordan.
And you know, Michael never lost that scoring touch. Even as a 40-year-old, in one game after turning 40, he went for 43 points. The only player ever to pull that off.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 8. Lambier backing down. Goes up. Rebound, Grant. Grant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Jordan. Rebound, Detroit. And stolen by Jordan.
Excellent steal that time. Pesky defensive play on his part.
Defense is the calling card of this Pistons team, and it all starts in the backcourt. Isaiah Thomas putting a lot of pressure on the ball.
Now, here's Thomas. Detroit, no good that time either.
Tough rebound there for Horace Grant.
Takes it right up. Dennis Rodman pulls it in.
A 7-time rebounding champion in the NBA for Dennis Rodman. Only Wilt Chamberlain won more rebounding titles.
And, you know, for a couple of seasons in the early 90s, guys, Rodman averaged over 18 rebounds a game. I mean, you think about his size and what that means, those are ridiculous numbers.
Here's Grant. Isaiah Thomas picking up that last basket. The 10-footer. And John Sally, the spider, snares the rebound. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Isaiah Thomas getting it to go from deep. On the top of the key. Rebounded by Lambier.
Now, Bill Lambier, 14 seasons in the NBA, 12 of them with Detroit. A very durable player. In fact, he played in 685 consecutive games at one point. That's the 5th longest streak in NBA history.
Well, I tell you what, it was too congested in there to make that pass.
Jordan. And he sinks the layup. Jordan's got 11.
Man, is he hard to defend. You play him one way, he'll just go the other.
You know, I think Bill Lambier's streak, Steve, was only interrupted by a suspension rather than an injury. But, you know, we've seen it before. It's the players who barely...
Michael Jordan compared to Bill Lambier. I mean, he couldn't jump over a phone book. I think if you piled 2 phone books together, I could get up and over that.
And he makes good on the layup. 13 points in the game.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Here is Mahorn. Lets it fly. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Well, he stepped up this quarter, providing a hot hand to help carry them offensively.
Outside Jordan. And it's Johnson picking him up. Off the screen. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
A baseline J. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And that pass, an example of Dumar's terrific vision. Only Isaiah Thomas had more assists in Pistons history.
Here's Vincent, covered by Dumars. Here's Corzine. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Dumars, all first team, all defense in 1988.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. McGuire comes in for Dennis Rodman. Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Johnson.
There goes Isaiah once again. A ton of points tonight for the Pistons' all-time leading scorer.
Davis with a screen on Dumars. Edwards against Cartwright. Davis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
The last 3 scores, their last 3 scores now all have assists on them.
It's amazing what it does to a defense when you start moving the ball crisply. It just forces them into tough situations. Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Jordan, the pass to Cartwright. Puts the move on, and it's blocked.
Mark Aguirre, most notably known as a scorer, but he was also a pretty solid rebounder. Averaged 5 a game in his career. What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him. Bring help and make him move the ball.
Now here is Davis. Cartwright working against Edwards. From down low. And he makes the first. 21 points in the game. Aguirre kicks to Edwards. Off with the layup. For the finish. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Wow, hot start offensively.
Racing out to that quick lead. I mean, they're scoring and shooting with a lot of confidence.
And after just one quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard.